Today's episode is going to be about pain. Not really about the physical pain. It's more about the mental pain and the psychological pain, because for me, it's painful just to be alive. Sometimes I'm aware that if we are not aware of this pain and we just tense up in our body because it's not pleasant to be here on this earth in this density, and I think all pains, all those illnesses actually comes from, most of the time, not all, but it comes from inattention, attention that we are unaware of, a trauma. So we have a trauma that made us shut down some parts of our bodies. There's no flow there, and we tense up, and so we can develop this form of physical pain. But what I'm talking about is the awareness of that actually being alive. It hurts, right? It can be hurtful. I can give you an example. Let's say that my kids come home from kindergarten school. I just mop the floor and they spill the rice, they spill the milk, they insisting on clean it up by themselves. I have a 2-year-old and he can insist. He can easily put me in this situation. And imagine that I have this agitation and irritation that builds up in my body and builds up to this rage in my body. And I have 3 options. I can yell. I can really react to this feeling, pass some trauma on, or I can sedate myself, drink some wine, take some chocolate, some chips, maybe some drugs, whatever, or I may actually be present, show myself some self-love, and take care of and deal with this feeling that I have to deal with, because it's coming up in my body, in my life, so therefore it's mine to deal with. And I can deal with it in a grown-up way by be present with it, feel it, befriend it, explore it, feel the feeling, let it even dive deeper into it. Oh my God, I have to stop that. Now he's taking the mop or something to clean the counter, or whatever it can be that is further agitating this feeling. And this being present with that feeling is actually a very loving form of taking care of you, your feelings, and a form of self-love. It makes you deal with your stuff. It's just as simple as that. And that is not easy to do. That is one of the hardest things to do. We do all kinds of stuff to avoid it. And I can tell you what is going to happen. If you are really, really ultra present and diving into this feeling, then a feeling dissolves. It's like a child that is neglected. It wants your attention. And when it gets your attention and your love and your affection, then it quiets down. Its needs gets fulfilled, which means it's content. It got what it's here for. That is a practice. That is actually the practice. That is how I deal with my pain of living. Because I feel it sometimes, a very great pain of just being here and being present. That is why when I, for instance, folding my laundry and put it folded together, it's too boring for me, and I get restless, and it's if I have to have a Netflix show in the background to sedate me, or a cup of cocoa with sugar, then I've tried to explore it and go into that pain and actually just be present while I'm folding the clothes and just feel, what is this pain all about? Why can't I not just fold the clothes? Why do I feel this restlessness? It's unbearable. what is this? And I explored it. I went to it. I was present with it. I was just folding the clothes and I was just feeling my body. And I felt irritation here and there. And I was so irritated. My body was so tensed. And I just fell into this strain. And it eased up. It's like it's dissolved. It's a self-exploration. And that is a part of the first pillar of building a sustainable life, right? Because I have developed this, I'm all about this method that I call the fundamental method, which is all about building your life on a sustainable base. Many of us have built our lives while not dealing with our innermost hurts and traumas. And it doesn't have to be dealing like paying a lot of money for a psychotherapist. And so it can also just be learn to be present with you. Deal with your inner children, with those inner feelings that you have to deal with, that are yours. So that is why some people do everything to earn money, but they are not taking care of their health, and they use work as a form of not dealing with themselves and their lives, right? Or alcoholism, or excess sugar eating. All this is an attempt to avoid the pain that is there, because you have to take care of it. You have to deal with it. It's yours. It's a part of you, and that is why it has its right to be there. That is why it has the right to be there, because it is a part of you. You have the right to be here because you are born, right? But we have learned that we cannot be our total self here in life, and this is painful to have that belief that no, I cannot be myself in life. But when a life is built on that not sustainable way, with all those drugs and workaholics and feelings not dealt with, then it's going to crash again and again. And that is why many of us cannot build a life that we want, because we do not have a sustainable base. We are not building on fundamentals. We are just maybe starting to build up here. Some are building up here, and there are holes in our base, and that will not end well. But we will surely learn a lot of lessons in life, of course. That is certain. But what I want to do is help people really make it easier for themselves and start with the base. Start with dealing with all those that you need to deal with, and build up after that. If you want to hear more about the overview of the Fundament method, click on this video here that I've just put on. If you have some comments, and if you want to add something or tell me that what you've actually done with this before, that you actually know about this work, or express yourself in regards to this dealing with yourself, then please let me know in the comments of this video. And of course, you are always welcome to like and subscribe, and I really wish you a beautiful life. Bye.